When the world was young, in the age of legend, Golarion faced calamity. Earthfall had come and sundered the world. The elves, masters of ancient portals, fled to their old homeland across the stars. In time, the world healed. History became legend, calamity a myth. And in the heart of Kyonin, the elven nation that was left behind, the elves had abandoned an ancient and powerful artifact. The Severian Stone, an enormous crystal which powers and controls all Ayudara, the Elf Gates, unprotected and alone, vulnerable to corruption, exiled from the abyss and godhood. Tree Raiser, the Dark Lord of corruption and decay, found his way to Kyonin in the Age of Darkness. Consumed by vengeance and a means to return to the abyss and claim his throne, he would corrupt the Severian Stone to open a rift directly to the abyss. Sensing the corruption that could doom all life across the cosmos, the elves returned to Kyonin, and for centuries they battled against the Dark Lord, driving him back into the edge of Kyonin and the Five Kings Mountains, to the swamps of Tanglebriar. But Tree Raiser could not be destroyed. A group of elven heroes led by the famous Kailas Sindar sealed away the Dark Lord, or so it is thought. And in time, like many things, Tree Raiser is forgotten. And for over 1,000 years, the elves of Kyonin know peace. But now, a god has fallen. Gorum, the god of battle, has been slain, the world shaken with his death and blood as the gods rain down, empowering new evils and stirring ancient ones that threaten all nations of Lake and Carthan. The Whispering Tyrant, the Lich King Tar Bafan. His armies of undead encroach upon all nations of Lake and Carthan. 6 months ago, a band of heroes faced one of his armies. And now today, these heroes are honored at the Queen's Feast in the Silver Lantern Garden on the banks of the Endawar River in Ayadara, the elven capital of Kyonin. And welcome to Squid Quest. That was our beginning. I feel like we've come a long way on audio quality, on many things. We've learned a lot, but I want to welcome you all. We've done 11 episodes thus far. This is our interlude episode. Actually, I think 12. Yeah, sorry. I hadn't finished doing the editing for the last one, so I was going off of that. But I want to welcome you all. Of course, I am your host and GM, Zoe. I am accompanied by my good friends Michael, Nick, Jay, and Pi.
Hello.
Hello.
And we are shy of Mason, which we thought this would be a good opportunity, as much as we'd love to have him here for this discussion, to actually take this time to talk about the campaign.
We traded him for Jay.
We
Jason-
did trade him for Jay. Jay is back.
To pay.
We gotta catch
Yes,
Jay up a
my
little
kettle
bit, too.
corn. Yes.
We will have him back for the next episode. Things are going to get kind of interesting, and possibly the plot may develop. But
Yeah, I have it on good fleshy authority that we're gonna definitely fight Zibik.
Oh, yes.
Because who else could the
I
rotting
actually
god
think
be?
it's Urgathoa.
Oh, yeah. That could make sense, too.
Who could that be indeed? That intro, that was, what, three months ago?
Don't say
Um,
that.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Don't point out the age of things. You're gonna make me
The
feel
age of
old.
things. Well, it's only 3 months. It's not like we're like, and that
Oh
was
my
episode
That's
512. That was 8
Mhm.
years ago.
Zoe, as I'm getting older, I'm learning things. It seems time is just flying faster and faster through my fingers. Getting old
Huh?
sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Like
Wait till you
24
try your
or
back out
something.
from sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have a long way to go,
Mm-hmm.
unless you roll in
Like
that
I
one
said,
in
wait
life.
till-
Yeah, true.
Wait until you throw
You
your
can always
back
roll
out
the
from
old man heart
sneezing.
attack on the D100.
Or if your GM rolls a natural 20 on a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
multiple
that's
times in a row.
on three ghasts in a row, yeah.
that's a fun thing. I don't know if our listeners know about Nick, but we're playing Mummy's Mask. He was, which we completed that campaign. He was playing an elderly cleric, and at the beginning of every session, he would roll a die to see if the old man would croak of natural causes.
It was a D100, and he would die during the episode at some point.
Was it just on
It
a
was
1?
it was on a 1 or a 100. There was a 2% chance.
A 2% chance. Oh my god.
I thought it
At
was
first-
on a 1 or a 69.
No. Shush. No, at first it was just on a 1, but then halfway while I was doing it, I was like, it should also be 100.
Talking about an interlude, am I right?
We got Foundry open. I'm gonna roll a D100. Let's see if he's dead right now.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Nah.
Nope.
fine.
Okay,
No,
he's still alive.
Fine. And he
Oh,
wanted to
that's a good
import
number,
this
though. I like
character
that
into
number.
another campaign, so he did this like, sorry, he died.
You know what? I need to count the days. I have to roll that many D100s.
Jesus,
Oh,
it's
no.
been
It'll
like
happen.
30,
Right
40
now.
days.
Eventually it'll happen, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about. We'll work our way up to present day in the campaign. So this campaign kind of starts in a very different way than we're used to with other APs. It starts. You're not. I mean, usually they're what? You're in a tavern. This time you start off going to a dinner party, being honored as heroes, starting at level 11. Kind of unusual. I'm sure we could have like tied it in with another campaign and imported characters from that. But we decided to just start at 11, kind of just go for like a shorter thing and try this higher play.
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever started a campaign where you start in a tavern.
A tavern of some sort. The tavern is a concept, really, of TTRPGs.
Mm-hmm. Galarian is a tavern.
It's a category.
You know, like hot
Of
dogs and
location.
sandwiches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let me think. The Fall of
I
Plaguestone,
can't
not
use
I
it.
guess they're not a tavern. You started on a wagon, which is also another trope, right?
It's a tavern. That's a
Mhm.
tavern.
Pathfinder definitely, I think, uses the wagon more.
The wagon. You're just like on your way to your destination.
Uh-huh.
This one, I guess, started kind of like on a wagon. On your way to this dinner, you arrive.
Yeah.
At least it's not
Hey,
like
you.
Elder Scrolls, how you're always a prisoner.
Hey, you. You're finally awake. You're trying to
I mean,
cross that.
my favorite
that border
trope
with
is
Steve
with,
over there.
with Larian games. You always start on a ship that wrecks at the tutorial, and then you're on a beach somewhere
Sure.
or another.
Yeah.
Every single Larian RPG from the original Divinity games all the way through Baldur's Gate 3, same opening sequence. Ship, beach, game.
That's
I guess
true. I remember
alien
the
ship
Divinity opening.
counts, right?
Alien, not only is a
It's a
ship,
flying
it counts.
I
Yeah.
mean, narrative rules of 3. Once you do it twice, you gotta do it 3 times. Then if you do it
You
3
gotta do it
times,
one
it's
more
tradition.
time.
You have to keep
Yeah,
doing
you
it.
just gotta keep doing it. Yeah. So the real
Um,
question is for the new Divinity game: what type of ship are we gonna be on, and what type of beach? Because we know it's gonna start like that.
Tropical beach, alien ship.
I can't wait for
I
us to
think-
play a AP where you start on a ship.
Well, I mean-
No,
Oh.
AP.
I would
Oh,
love that.
AP.
I'm ready for that. Though,
I
Um,
would sacrifice so many people for an aquatic AP for Paizo.
Myth Speakers has
same.
yeah. I've been pushing some Myth Speakers. I want to do that soon, but like we gotta get there.
Yeah, gotta get there.
Have aquatic combat.
But
There's so many aquatic ancestries.
there are so many. It's like they've been waiting for it. I mean, the motion, all the parks that are in motion at Paizo definitely seem like it's heading in that direction. I really hope so. But going back to the campaign, after we end up starting at the dinner, it kind of, you're like explaining your heroics and you go into a flashback to 6 months ago and then you go into a combat. I think that's a little non-standard. What did you guys think about
To
that?
start with a combat or to start with a flashback?
To like go into
I
a
think-
flashback. I think they usually
Flashbacks,
they're very
nah.
I think it would have been extremely funny if one of us died in the past.
Raised his hand. I almost did.
Yeah, Solar's evil
You were
twin.
fine.
Oh, I was fine. I had like 10 HP left.
You were
You
fine.
were
Not
fine.
even
I was
wounded.
done.
You weren't even
Big
wounded.
was there. You were fine. We were both there.
Big was there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was there. Big was there. You were fine.
See that?
Funny.
I thought. Okay, going into a flashback right away. Thought it was really, really cool. Would have been cooler had I known that Zoe was gunning for my head and said flashback.
well. Okay, so
You built the tank. She's got to test you out.
So as
Yeah.
written, it actually starts out on Lantana Beach, and then it fast forwards 6 months later. I felt the way that the story that they're trying to tell in this, and you will see it more come together in the second book when it really starts with having like the war pieces of just like kind of like, let's go backwards. You are already heroes. Let's start with that, with your acclaim, and then let's see how you won that battle. And yes, it would have been a possibility that you passed out and you spent the last 6 months like in a hospital. That's how it would have played it if you died. Unless the whole party
Correct.
wiped, and then we
then we gotta
and then
restart.
we go
Right, yeah,
and
make your heroes,
say that the characters that are going to the party are like, oh, and I remember, oh, poor Jack, how he got his head bitten off by that dragon. Oh, and let's not talk about Solaire. Oh, that was so visceral. I've never seen someone's skeleton ripped from their body before. But you guys succeeded. You guys annihilated that, and then the campaign goes into something. I think this part is as written. The book says you can skip it if your players are not interested in this kind of RP, and it says you could just start with chapter 2 and just give people the XP and let them start at level 12. And I thought that's kind of
That's
lame.
cute.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been done so far.
Yeah, no, I think it worked out well.
Yeah, so, and I think for a lot of you guys, the way the influence game kind of worked, especially some of you have played it before, but you've only done it for like a single like scene or like a single encounter, maybe one like kind of like table of judges, but this time you had to like maintain like the influence and build the rapport over a whole week.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy to experience it at least once.
That was fun.
I've seen, so these kinds of things do get included in other APs. So if you've had other GMs that have run this and don't do it, they have chosen to cross out the influence minigame.
I mean, this is the first AP like I've started in, so
Yeah, like so. Well, I was wondering because like I had like 4 character concepts that I really liked going into this campaign, But I ended up narrowing it down to the two that were definitely more Kyonan linked. How much would it break if I was like my character was tied to one of the other factions from a Carthon? Because like I had a Knights of Lostall character and I had a New Stalav character.
I don't
Could
think
you theoretically play a character from one of those and still it would work?
Yeah, I don't think it would have broken anything, and I did say that any one of the neighbors would have been like a decent character. I mean, the hardest thing to play would be a fungal leshy. Which
I'm still waiting for you to throw Omnom at us as a boss.
In the intro, or like rather chapter 1, probably would have been a non-issue, but as you're starting to figure out now, as we're like coming towards the end of chapter 2, the fungus is beginning to rise and become threatening, and people might think, "Oh, you're a bad guy."
If anything, I feel like coming from one of the other nations on the lake would even like be a drive for the character, because like now you have a reason to want to bridge that.
I thought it would be interesting.
It would have been funny because my Yuslav character would have hated the cat. Like he would have hated him so much because he's from the sciencey side of Yuslav. He was going to be an investigator medic dude as one of our like healing options. And oh my god, he would have hated. I think his name was Claire. I forget his name right now, but like his Clarence or whatever.
I honestly thought that you might have like taken me up on an import option, because Sky King's Tomb is a transition into a possible transition into this AP. He wasn't a dwarf. It would have been interesting if he did play a dwarf, but he was an elf. And
elf definitely could have worked.
I forget, what's the dwarven capital again? Hringar?
Highhelm.
Highhelm is
that was
like
the deep
neighboring
Keonan. There's the Owl Mountains between them. I forget what it's called, but yeah.
The Five Kings Mountains.
Yeah. The owls live there though.
I tried to convince Pi to play a dwarf who thought he was like going to join whatever the Sky Tomb thing is, but instead he's over here and he's just like
No. You told me to play Kira as a dwarf because I played Elle as an elf in the dwarf campaign, so I played dwarf in the elf campaign and do the Death Note names for fun.
It's been 3 months.
Oh, you said it this time, not me.
Which would have been a good idea. And honestly, the only thing that stopped me from wanting to play Elle is I didn't want to play a Thaumaturge.
It could honestly, Thaumaturge could be strong in this campaign.
Oh no, nothing wrong with the class. I just didn't want to play it,
especially with like the recall knowledge stuff.
Yeah.
You'd probably get weaknesses like relatively often.
No, not a lot.
Because of the type of enemies you'd be fighting.
As you've been discovering with with demons, they all have some sort of like sin weakness. You would have like been picking all of those up. Like you could have literally cleaned the slime demon to death with a simple cantrip. I don't know if I talked about that on air, but yeah, when you guys ran into the slimes that were like assassins. The assassins. They were demons, and their weakness was cleanliness. So you could prestidigitation or even just bar of soap, and you like take this, wash that, scrub it, and they would have been taking mental damage and just screeching in agony, which would have been fun.
I used an action to pull out this. I use an action to recall knowledge. I use an action to pull the soap out of. I use 2 actions to pull the soap out of my bag. I end my turn.
So,
I conjure a mop.
Thoughts overall over the first chapter of which is basically the delegation and trying to get all the nations to create an alliance.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
I'm sad I missed the end.
Yeah, you were. Well, that was actually the beginning of chapter 2.
Yeah, you caught the end of the delegation. You missed the start of the investigation. Yeah,
so the assassins is the attacking the delegation is the end of chapter 1. So you guys did pretty well there. I actually felt you did a lot better than I anticipated with the influence game. With certain people, with others, I would have thought you would have been friendlier with, like Clavens.
No, I think we all hated Clavens as a person.
But you never, Clavens never made it out of indifferent. Like he was like, at least he didn't hate you. He starts off hating you.
Yeah. So like we improved it, but like no.
We gave it a shot.
He didn't seem worth the effort.
Yeah, I do wish you would have been here. I just didn't want to delay.
No, it's fine.
We look around
at that time.
Delaying, yeah.
Well, the only reason we're here is because there's a big turning point coming. I don't know how.
Yeah, this is when you find out Big has been a fungus in a tree suit the entire time.
Oh,
dun dun dun.
And he just takes the leshy racism that consistently happens. Even though he's not
it's his villain arc. Yeah, he's gonna destroy you all.
That's the case. I would be blindsided too.
Pi, you're supposed to talk to the GM about this.
No.
Shakes my finger.
PvP. No way.
And how many episodes? I think that was like a good chunk, maybe 6, 7. So 6 to 7 sessions without real combat.
Yeah, it's still good though. You get to have fun with the new characters, which I think helped.
And then we moved into the investigation. For me, I love the investigation stuff, so I had a bit of fun with that one. That was unfortunately when Michael missed the first part of it, and the talk to the dead, which I think we actually got wrong.
We did,
the first time we thought you could just infinitely ask them things for 10 minutes. No, it's only 3 questions, and it lasts up to 10 minutes.
Indeed.
And then wrapped up your investigation. Got to do an autopsy.
Raziel ate shit off a shoe.
Raziel ate shit off a shoe. Was not expecting that. You know, I don't know if it's because we're recording, but I feel like we've had more innuendos in this campaign than we've had ever.
I refuse to believe that.
Better than the other campaigns. We just ignore them on our own. Sometimes it's like, I'll roll your eyes. Like, kind of go up.
Yeah, and then we finally arrive in Zur, and Pi does one of those things where GMs never plan for shit to happen. And I was like, oh crap, how the hell do I handle this? And that's where he decides to just
part the river.
Part the river, pull all the water out.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
So what were your guys' thoughts when like you noticed somebody was watching you? It led to the chase. Like, well, it's not indifferent, but like, what did you think? Who was watching?
Oh,
I mean, I figured it was connected to the wizard somehow. Like, he's a high-ranking priest in a corrupt magic town. Like, I'm sure he has people working for him. Like,
I thought I was following a person, and I did my best to do it, and I wasn't thinking at all. And I just kept going because I had my cloak of my illusionary scarf that would turn me invisible. So if I got into trouble, I would just run away. I didn't have a plan at all.
And then you ran into the river, and you kind of lost it. Did you think like it was like a human or a humanoid that just swam across, or what?
I was like, oh, I guess they're gone.
But the rest of you, though.
Oh yeah, I thought it was just like a secret door or something. That's why I did the water thing. Like, it'd be easy to find that way.
Yeah. And you're like, hang on, I got it. I'll just like move the water.
Yeah, just move the water out of the way. Yeah. Move the problem somewhere else.
Did I make it obvious that it was Ooze assassins?
Oh yeah, after the fact. Yeah, after the fact. Yeah, definitely.
Once they ambushed us, yes, I didn't consider what they were.
You know,
until I caught them, which I never did.
The Ooze assassin encounter, completely avoidable.
I mean, it wasn't.
By not getting rid of all the water in the river.
It literally just is. It's like a side blurb called "Drawing Attention." It's just literally like just on the side of the page. If you're if your players are too brash in their actions, asking too many questions, drawing too much attention to themselves, they might very well get a visit from a few local members of the faith, and also, which
the faith?
you did.
Go on.
Like the rotting god, yeah.
No, remember, you had inquisitors seeking you.
Oh, right. At the end, yeah. And I went invisible and became a bush. Yeah.
And so that's like the first thing that happens, and then you keep raising. You guys just kept elevating your suspicion until the Omoxes actually started following you. Like, wait a minute, is really when you started throwing around Ventilax's name, and they're like, oh shit, someone's onto us. Gotta go tell the boss.
Yeah, because those guys and the rotting god guards are totally, completely separate. We all know this. They're not at all related. There's no possibility of being related.
There's no way in shape and form. Yeah.
Wait, who?
The
Ventilax,
and
the rotting god,
drawing our attention in the rotting god and Ventilax.
You don't think they're related?
No, Ventilax is the rotting god. That's my theory.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to get turned to be a god like actual Razmir. And then he either fucked up somehow or Razmir did it to him and he's now some slime
He
lord.
did really bad shrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then eventually this finally led you to the sewers where you took every wrong turn.
Zoe, we were farming experience.
We were just using process of elimination and getting XP, yeah.
So
you have to,
I wasn't here, but sure.
On the multiple choice question, you have to get rid of the trap question first.
Also, Zoe, doesn't help that the correct turn was hidden.
The what?
The correct turn wasn't visible. They were all wrong turns. It was a hidden door.
The correct turn. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it was a hidden door, but you didn't even get there yet.
Yeah, but no, that's fine. Yeah,
so
that's
the other map you guys went to, so you know, was not part of the AP. Kind of like the AP kind of just says like, you know, if they find the way in, which I think it was only because of Jack, maybe you come in through that entrance that you guys came in. Otherwise, you might accidentally find an entrance to one of the other sewer locations like you guys did. And, you know, you can just kind of like ad-lib those things. And I'm like, I think it'd be more fun if I just imported a sewer map.
Yeah.
The boss you fought in there was not like a random boss I added. It was kind of like if you fall into that lake or like that cistern of like green goo.
The eyes and stuff, yeah.
You would have been fighting them while drowning.
Nice.
Which was very smart of you guys to do the rope thing. But I figured, well, if they're not going to encounter it and they're going to be lost, I don't want to just have you guys wandering and have nothing in there. So I decided to give you that little attack.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The loot was from that, so you would have been like searching and just found that loot like floating in the water.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I think people are gonna. I mean, I guess if you fall in, let's say you get the encounter, but I don't think any player would want to jump into that slime pit.
No, well, remember, yeah, there's like a balance check, but
yeah,
I think they set the DC really low.
They did,
and then you can always catch a ledge.
Yeah, I mean, if your character isn't trained in acrobatics, though, yeah, you're gonna fall in.
And maybe you have to go. They fall in. The monsters come out. You weren't smart enough to put a rope, but you guys were. Then you would have been like bobbing around and they would be attacked. And then you guys would be like, oh shit, we're going to go help them. And now you have to also fight an encounter with like, well, we're ranged, so we stay up top and shoot down maybe. But now we have to maintain balance. So it could have been an interesting fight. And then that takes us into the more recent fight. The one where Jay missed this.
Unfortunately.
We ended up like in this room with like the fungal dudes coming out of the wall. Like I heard you guys saying things and I was like, gotta keep my mouth shut, because everyone was thinking undead.
I was giving the bodies, yeah, 100% in the middle.
Thoughts on this encounter that was, I think, honestly exhausting?
They just had a little bit too much health because we were dealing with them wrong, but it was fine.
Yeah, so these guys are an interesting thing. The rotting cultists. Quite interesting. So what are your theories on these guys?
Is that the Rasmirian mask?
Yeah, they definitely were just Rasmirian. Well, that's why I think Vincilax is the rotting god. Because he brought all his following down with him.
I think he's...
And then he got... Because something went wrong, and it spread to all the followers, or because he fed them the poison, and the other guys back in... the regular assassins had the poison in them. This is like, it just progressed and became these guys instead, maybe. So probably when we get back to Green Gold, these guys are going to be wandering around the dock because they've killed like 10 people because they came to life from the morgue. Because we just left their bodies there. So yeah, there'll be more of these when we get back to Green Gold, probably.
Did I give you guys too much about them?
Their bodies there?
No,
like
that's just my theory.
No, do you think I was heavy-handed with the...
Oh, no, I don't think so.
So technically, because I don't think I need to say that they shout out, "Oh, rotting god, empower me." Because otherwise they could just be played then suddenly the fungus just burst and blooms and they become faster and stronger. And you guys were concerned about the slow. The thing
I was surprised that broke the slow.
It didn't. The thing is, every time they did this, that they revived, they take a special effect called Pray to the Rotting God, and they are slow one. So it kind of overrode the first slow.
Oh, it also had slowed. Interesting.
I get that. They would have, they could have just continued to have the slowed one effect.
Yeah.
But I wanted to give you guys the illusion that these guys are getting more powerful, and they're cleaning themselves up.
I did not catch that at all.
When they pray to the rotting god, they heal themselves. They gain a status bonus to attack rolls.
Yeah.
They reduce.
And
they reduce conditions affecting them by 1. So that would have removed it.
Technically, no, because the ones that were sick in 2 would have still been sick in 1 and therefore still slowed.
Correct.
Yeah. This is from that critical fail.
Which is what I was referring to when I was saying in previous encounters in the campaign when we had a way to deal with that. Something that was related, that was directly applied by another effect. It just reapplied.
Oh yeah, because we tried to remove the I think it was a similar slowed weld.
I think it was literally the exact same thing, more or less.
So maybe they could have been a little bit slowed, but I mean they would be getting slowed anyway.
Yeah, it would have been the same. It was a little confusing.
I still played them. I don't know if you even noticed, but I did still play them, only taking 2 actions. And I think we only got to 1 that revived twice, so then it only got 1 action.
Oh, really? Wow. That's unfortunate for him.
If they revive 3 times, then they get no actions, and they would have just been frozen in place and turned into a fungal tree.
Nice.
The thing is, though, after a day, it goes down by 1. So, if you've just for some reason left them there, they would just come back.
Interesting. So yeah, there's definitely going to be a small army of these things in Green Gold when I get back. They're all dead. We're screwed.
I'm just saying we should have burned those bodies. I'm surprised they did.
Yeah, apparently maybe they did when we left. Who knows?
Maybe. And then you guys met Raven and her friend Grefton.
Yeah, you mean Jack's half sister?
Yeah, this guy points at him.
Yeah, that fella.
Who we did not kill.
Yeah, he is unconscious.
You did not kill.
I knocked him out with crossbow bolts. Don't worry about it.
How fungally does he look now?
He's just got fungal veins coming out of his shirt, and his eyes are black.
Okay.
Did we think that they were bad guys when you found them?
No. I did a nat 20 medicine check. I was like, yeah, this guy's fine now.
I just thought they were like trapped or stolen, kidnapped, whatever. Seemed reasonable.
And then he just kind of like progressed on stages.
Surprised Michael didn't notice that with his nat 20 medicine check.
Out of curiosity,
No.
did you just did you roll behind the scenes, or is it just like a story trigger?
With these guys?
Yeah, with like him turning. Yeah.
Oh no, he was already advanced and he was faking it.
Okay, so it's just like a story trigger then. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be funny if it was just like roll the dice and he like could somehow survive to the end boss and like, oh no, I'm evil now.
Yeah, so he's infected.
Yeah.
With the same thing the other guys have.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to like such a weird encounter. Like, these are like some of the strangest creatures I've seen Paizo pump out.
Yeah, Jay, have you
This
seen
is
this
the
art?
staircase.
What the fuck is that?
So,
I
like,
gatherer.
Excellent.
What in the Beauty and the Beast is going on?
My favorite thing is I rolled the nat 20 in the shove check, and I got to cancel its whole turn by shoving it back 10 feet. Because it tried to trample us.
So something I didn't talk about in this session, I do not understand the bear trap that they have on the bottom of the base.
That's okay. So,
actually, I finally have a question, Zoe. If I failed my lockpicking check, would the bear trap bit my arm?
Yeah, 100%.
Of course it would have.
I don't think that it's built into it.
Okay. I figured it was that. I figured if we stayed impaled for a round, it would have dragged us into the bear trap mouth, like some Elden Ring thing, sarcophagus thing.
The crazy thing about these guys is that when they stab you, then they can roll to grab, and it's improved grab, so it's a free action.
Yeah.
Once you're grabbed, they can hold you there and just like kind of damage you, but they can hold, I think it was like up to 6 people.
Nice.
Yeah, the sidekeeper can have 6 creatures impaled and grabbed with its feet at once. And then it could have done this awesome action called Rip Off. And I was like, oh my god, I never got to do this because Elora saved it. But it tears the creature loose from its spiky feet, releasing it, dealing 4d10 slashing damage to a DC 29 basic fortitude save. And you are no longer grabbed, but you are also left with a 2d8 bleed.
Ew.
So there's absolutely nothing on their sheet for the bear trap mouth they have.
No, that's what I was like.
That's so odd.
Yeah, there's nothing. I think it's just their feet.
It's wild.
Eyes behind
That's just
the
like
mask.
casually part of them, like for no reason, just this bear.
There's nothing on the sheet that says anything about the bear trap.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It's such a strange creature, but they're cool.
And then after that, next time we'll find out what's going on with this room. Where you're gonna go. I'm curious to see how you're gonna resolve this. And I'm curious to see if you guys are gonna get frustrated and rage quit on me.
Oh.
More than likely for me.
Because what's coming, I have never seen this mechanic in a Pathfinder AP. I've seen this mechanic in the Cypher System horror game I ran with Pi and Jay forever ago.
Oh, yeah. That was a... Oh, no.
Nah, they're about to introduce like sanity mechanics or something.
No, that's exactly what it's probably going to be.
And no, it's actually has nothing to do with the sanity thing. It has to do with the dungeon design that we've only really done in that kind of thing. So I'm kind of interested. Michael, you've missed this, but we have done sanity rules before. It can get harsh.
Yeah. It's annoying.
It doesn't work too well with Pathfinder because you can just run so far.
Drinks a fleeing potion.
Yeah, you move so far, and it's just like you're kiting each other, and it just doesn't work too well in Pathfinder. But yeah, I'm excited for next time. We will have everybody back. We will continue on with the mystery. I apologize for not having... We're leaving you guys hanging with a whole other week for those of you listening. And I thank you all so much for giving us a chance, sharing our table with you, our laughs, our joy, our frustrations. We're happy to have you. We're still growing, as you noticed with our intro video, kind of like the audio quality. I've learned things in video editing. I haven't done that before. I've been GMing for a long time, but haven't really done a lot of video editing. And we're learning. We're getting better, I'd like to think. And we hope you stay with us in the long haul. As always, tell your friends, your family, your grandparents. Like, subscribe.
Your plants. Don't forget the plants.
Yes, don't forget the plants.
Your plants, especially if they're petunias falling from the sky next to a whale.
Yeah.
I thought those were red feathers. Last time I remember.
No. That's the spoilers.
But yes, thank you for the patience, everybody.
Also, check out the links below if you want to chat with us, if you want to check out our character sheets, and go to our Discord. And we will catch you next time on Squid Quest. Have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.